Podcast. I am JebidiahSuperfly, and I'm joined today, special guest, Havalan. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good, good.
Good. We have a exciting episode for you guys today. We're going to be talking about more movies that people definitely want to see. Um,
Sure.
Microsoft has a upcoming showcase. We're just gonna, go over what we're expecting to see, and then it's May, so it's Star Wars month. We gotta talk about some Star Wars.
I promise you, we won't be spending a lot of time in movies this day. I promise you.
I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. So let's just get right to it. So this last week was it called CinemaCon?
Yeah, CinemaCon. So it's basically all the companies like Warner Brothers, Disney, HBO Max, I guess, just other platformers for movies showed off what content they're about to release within the next couple of years or their plans.
I didn't know this was a thing until I started seeing some like news stories about like footage that was shown at all. Which, number one, let me just say, it's really annoying when they have these press only showings of like trailers and stuff, and then they're like, oh, tell people about the trailer. And it's like, what's the point of having somebody describe a trailer when it's going to drop in like 2 weeks? Like, you're going to release it in 2 weeks. Just release it now.
Or something that like all the fans are wanting, and you have these people with like, their phones and are like videoing it.
Yeah.
You're trying to make out like, I remember a few years ago, like when they showed off like it was Godzilla or something.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And they were showing like him actually his body lighting up in blue and about to like blast the beam, and I was like, but can I see that in like at least 720p?
At least 720
instead of like 180 from a phone camera.
Yeah. But yeah, we're not going to talk a whole lot about that because, like I said, most of the stuff that was shown was like media only events. So we're not going to talk about somebody's description of a trailer.
No.
Because that doesn't sound like fun. But there were quite a few movies announced, actually. We're just going to go over a couple of them real quick. Both from Sony. The first being Venom 3, which
we kind of knew was going to happen.
We knew it was going to happen.
I don't know where it's going to lead.
I just hope it's more like the first than the second.
Yeah. I don't know where they're going to lead. I don't have any assumptions or anything, even though I'm like the comic book guy here. It just, there's so much you can do with Venom, especially the Lethal Protector version. I'm sorry, but it's just time for Venom to fight Spider-Man.
Yeah. Nobody knows what Sony's doing, even Sony.
Speaking
here's the thing.
Spider-Man villains.
I do think Sony heard us last week when we were ragging on Sony, saying, they're just releasing these movies, the characters nobody cares about. And they responded. They said, you know what? We hear you. We're going to make a movie you're guaranteed to love.
Yeah, you heard that podcast last week from the Nerdness podcast? Yeah, let's make that happen for them.
Yeah. So their new movie that they announced is this is a Spider-Man villain movie like Morbius and Venom. El Muerto. I don't know how to say it. El Muerto. He's a wrestler, or is he a luchador or just a wrestler? Everything else
I think he's a wrestler and luchador kind of deal, but it's a dumb version of Venom, or not Venom, a dumb version of Bane in the Marvel Sony Spideyverse.
Yeah, and this movie already has its lead. Apparently, main character is going to be played by Bad Bunny, which the youths online tell me is a rapper. I did not know who that was at all. So when I saw the headline, I was like, what on earth?
Is he part black and Spanish or Mexican, or like?
I think he's Hispanic.
I was gonna say,
but I don't know.
Hispanic? I mean, like, that's where you have to pick your people, right? If you're gonna do something right.
Yeah, I think he's Hispanic. I'm pretty sure because I looked it up and he looked Hispanic. I didn't do a deep dive into his.
But the worst part of all, this comic book character has only appeared canon
Canonically.
canonically in comics like twice.
Yeah, so apparently there was like one story because somebody tweeted that and I was like, that can't be true. So I looked it up. There's like one story he's a part of where he's working, I think, with like the Kingpin or something, and he's just like a random character in that story who fights Spider-Man like maybe once or twice. And then he gets mentioned one time by, I think it's Captain America during the whole Civil War thing as like a person to keep their eye on. Like he's not even actually in it. He's just like
Wow.
mentioned. This is the most obscure character you could come up with to make a movie
I
out
mean,
of.
I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I swear to you, I've never heard of that guy in my life.
Yeah, no, and I think a vast majority of comic book fans haven't heard of this guy. Um, I mean, we're just gonna say it's a bad idea.
Terrible idea. Like,
This
it was a terrible idea to even start doing the Spider Verse.
without Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, I get it for like Venom. That I mean, people were like, "Oh, it's Spider-Man's biggest Venom enemy," and like they kind of tease, I guess Venom will be facing Spider-Man down the road, but we just don't know when.
We don't really know what's going on. I don't think Sony really knows what's going on.
No, I
So
think they're gone. They're lost.
they're off the deep end. They're just out there making movies at this point. Um,
But on a better note,
On
we're
a better
gonna
note.
talk about video games.
let's talk about some video games. So Modern Warfare 2 has been officially announced, not revealed. Only thing they showed was the
title?
logo,
Yeah, the logo.
which looks like a Modern Warfare logo, like it's fine, you know. I expect good from it. Modern Warfare, the most recent one, well, all the Modern Warfare games basically have been good. But the most recent one, the remake, or I guess it's not even really a
No,
remake,
it's
the
its
soft
own.
their naming's getting weird. So this is Modern Warfare 2, the sequel to Modern Warfare, not to be confused with Modern Warfare
Mhm.
or Modern Warfare 2.
I'm
Like,
confused.
yeah.
I
I expect it to be good.
This was probably one of my top favorite Call of Duties, other than like Black Ops 2 and um, Modern Warfare 2, which people call that MW2. Um, but the last one was really good, just because it was more up to par my like mechanical,
It's how I like Call of Duty to be.
just like my visual of guns and how they perform, how you run with them,
Hmm.
how it looks, how it, I don't know, just it felt like good.
Yeah. So this will come out this year, like almost
Yeah,
guaranteed.
probably close to holiday season.
Close to holiday season, there'll be a new battle royale. I think they've already talked about that in the past. It'll be Warzone 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's actually what they're calling it or if that's just how they're referring to it right
Right.
now. Um, I'm excited for it. I played a ton of Warzone.
When it was
Um,
first announced, yes, I played a lot of it, but and then it just
Over time, I played a lot of Warzone. That was my go-to for a while. Just go get home from work and just chill and play Warzone. Although Warzone was never really chill, so I guess that's
no.
not the best game for it. But yeah, Modern Warfare 2, the original, that was
That was the jam.
that was probably my favorite Call of Duty. Either that or the original Black Ops. I played both of those so much. I mean,
Black Ops 2, I think, is my crazy to say, is definitely most played. I definitely master prestige in that game, and then I just decided, oh, let's just completely reset,
yeah.
because I wanted to try to get a better KD,
So
so I reset my stats.
Modern Warfare 2. So I was a teenager when that came out. Do you remember like the diamond guns?
Yep.
I had all the diamond guns.
I don't think I had a few. I just don't think I had all of them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. I was one of those guys who was like, oh, you think you're really good because you got diamond skins.
So I played this game, the original, for so many hours. It kind of corresponded there. So I had a friend who, man, I said I was a teenager. I was probably 18, 19, so I guess teenager. I have a friend who broke his back, actually. And so he was basically bedridden for a long time. There's like a long span, like right when this game first came out. So we played every single night for hours, and like I thought I was good. He was incredibly good, but
I was good, but I mean, he was like,
he had nothing else to do with his at all. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I like Call of Duty. I didn't get the last one. It was not good. Vanguard.
no, didn't buy it because it wasn't the time setting that I really wanted, and also just watch the gameplay.
Just never looked good to me.
Just didn't. I don't know. It reminded me of World War. Was it World War II? They called it.
Yeah, but that was World
by
War II was
Sledgehammer.
good though.
It was okay.
No, I'm thinking of World at War.
Yeah, World War II was good, but it wasn't as good as Modern Warfare.
No. So just recently, I think it was today, this started coming out. It looks like FIFA 22 and Battlefield 2042 are more than likely on their way to Game Pass. Pictures have been popping up of people seeing on the Microsoft Store them having the Game Pass logo like on there, how they do. It's not in Game Pass right now to download, but this is probably going to be announced fairly soon. Which isn't unusual. They're EA games, and
Always.
EA Play is part of Game Pass.
Yeah,
So.
it always crosses pass or just cross plays. Not really cross play is a term I wanted to use.
They always make their
Yeah.
way into those. So this just kind of,
that actually gives me a chance to actually try out Battlefield 2042.
Which now has voice chat.
God, we talked about that last
We
week.
did talk about that last week. This is so funny. Yeah, I'll download Battlefield. I mean, honestly, I'm just more excited for FIFA at this point. I really like that EA Play is a part of Game Pass because I don't mind waiting 6 months to play the new version of FIFA for basically for free instead of spending $70 on it each year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll play a lot of FIFA 22 once I can download that.
The E Play with Game Passes, that was a smart thing to do because I was last night. I think I was looking at like a game I was wanting a game to play, not too grindy, just something semi-exploring. So I was looking into just downloading Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh yeah, I never played that. And
I played
really
it before,
to.
but I couldn't get past a certain point because it was just part of the quest, and it was just like game breaking. I couldn't continue, so just like I just played Call of Duty or something just to pass the time.
Yeah,
that was when that was like the first year I had the Xbox One. Like the first Xbox One.
That's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago.
Yeah, that console.
I think
that was like a 7-year cycle. I think, and that was been basically almost 2 years since then. So like almost
9 years ago.
10 years ago.
I was
Something
gonna say,
like
it was
that.
when me and Jackie, I think, was engaged. Man, I'm old.
Shut your mouth. You're not old.
Sure, you only got a few years on me.
A few years is a few years. All right, let's get into the meat of this. This is where here we got some talk. We're gonna do a lot of speculating here.
Speculation.
Xbox announced they're doing a showcase on June 12th, which I think I saw online. This is the exact same day they would have done it if E3 was still a thing too. So Microsoft is just like, we're just gonna do our conference. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Someone who's sticking to their guns like usual. So
this is important for Microsoft because they don't have a first party game this year so far that's come out. Now they have some coming out, but they haven't released anything this year. Since Halo, they haven't released anything.
Which was last year.
And they haven't talked about anything. So they basically took the first half of this year off in a lot of ways. And I think the second half of the year they're going to have a big push, but we'll definitely know everything coming out at this showcase, but they're probably going to show a lot
because I mean, for instance, them getting a hold of Bethesda Studios.
Mm-hmm. I think this is their third showcase with Bethesda, or is it their second?
I think it's the second.
I don't remember.
I think they did their own Microsoft.
I think it is their second.
They did what is it called? A Xbox. Bethesda showcase, or
Yeah,
did they
that
did just
was.
a Xbox and then they did later a Bethesda showcase?
I think they did it together last year. It was the Xbox Bethesda showcase, which I'm still kind of surprised. Like, I guess I'm not still kind of surprised. I'm surprised they're still calling it an Xbox Bethesda showcase. Like, I'm surprised it's not just Xbox showcase. But I
Mm.
mean, Microsoft
That
owns
point, it should
Bethesda.
just be called like the Microsoft showcase.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. That might have been part of the deal when they bought Bethesda, that there has to be certain amounts of branding and stuff that's like separate
Which is
Bethesda.
understandable. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. So let's talk about. There are a few things we know we're gonna see. Um, you can basically say with complete confidence, Starfield's gonna be there. This game's supposed to come out
November.
November.
There's a specific date,
Yeah,
but it's in November. That is definitely being shown.
yeah,
It wouldn't surprise me they start off with that right.
yeah. This is gonna be the thing that, without question, has the most time spent to it. I think they'll either start with it or they'll end with it, and we're gonna see a lot. We're gonna get probably story trailer. We're gonna get gameplay footage. We're gonna see a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if they spent 15, 20 minutes just on this game alone.
Yeah, I mean, normally their shows are an hour long. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a third of their show.
And it needs to be, because this game's coming out in the fall, and while it's got name recognition and everything at this point, there's still a lot we basically know nothing. Like, we know what kind of game it is, and we've seen just little snippets, but we haven't seen gameplay. We haven't seen anything. So they really need to push this out there and show everybody, hey, this is why this game needs to be on your radar.
Question for you is, what kind of game are you gonna think it's gonna be? Like, what other game?
It's
gonna be
Skyrim in
similar?
space.
Skyrim in space is what you think?
Yeah, it's Skyrim or Fallout in space. I will say they're obviously they're using a new engine for this one than they ever did, like the Fallout or Skyrim game or Elder Scrolls games. So it looks a lot nicer. I think it's
Yeah, by that little, what was it, little trailer or something?
yeah, that
last year,
really short
it
trailer thing
actually
looks pretty good.
really good.
Yeah. Um, they're going to update the formula, obviously, for this new game. It's not going to be just like a straight Fallout in space. There'll be tweaks and changes and things like that, but it's going to be that traditional Bethesda RPG. That being said, fully expect there to be some jank to it. Every one of their games has it. That's just part of Bethesda.
Yep.
Fallouts are worse than Elder Scrolls, I think, but Elder Scrolls get them too. So, and this game sounds really big. I guess we really don't know the scale yet.
Which is, I'm honestly, that makes me more excited to get it and play it, not knowing what I'm getting into. Like,
Well,
if they
then don't watch the.
Oh, I'm gonna
Don't watch the showcase.
Regardless, I'm gonna watch it. It's been on the hype train for this long. It's already sold.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what kind of enemies we're gonna be dealing with, or man, it's just so much you want to know, and they won't just give it to you at once.
Yeah. We really know so little, to the degree that, like, we don't even know what kind of science fiction this really is. Is it like a hard science fiction, or is it more like a science fantasy type thing? We don't know if there's aliens even. This could all just
we don't
be.
know if it's just like it, for who knows, you could be RPG exploration. It couldn't even. It won't even be you shooting enemies, or
Oh, I'm sure
there has to be something. Maybe it's just like machine monsters, which we saw a machine by a clip that they showed.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see.
But that was a companion, we think.
Yeah. I think they said it was. This is one of my most anticipated games. Maybe my second most. I don't know.
Definitely my first anticipated game for this year.
Oh, for this year, it's
or just for the showcase.
My first. For the showcase, it's
what we have listed is
yeah,
definitely number one.
So that's slated to come out this year. Another game. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets delayed, but we're supposedly still getting Redfall from Arcane this year. Now, either way, I think we're definitely going to see this at the showcase.
Yes, we'll see gameplay.
Yeah.
I think we'll see gameplay, probably the same trailer, but with a little tweaks to it. Probably, I feel like the Redfall is going to be a variant of Back for Blood, but with vampires. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, they've said it's kind of an open world game.
Really?
But it's like not just a straight open world game. I don't really know. Nobody really knows. It's multiplayer focused, obviously, like co-op and everything.
It's not like XCOM. Sometimes when I saw the trailer, it gave me an XCOM vibe.
So it won't be like XCOM because Arcane's all about their movement, you know.
Yes.
Like it's gonna be.
They're the ones who made Dishonored, right?
Yeah, they did Dishonored. They did Deathloop.
Oh yeah, Deathloop freaking killed it out of the park.
Yeah.
That game actually did super well, and
I think that game did. Arcane has this weird curse where their games are critically adored and they don't sell well.
Yeah, it gets reviewed very well, and people it just doesn't sell well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Did Arcane do Prey?
Yeah,
I think they did. I loved Prey.
I have not played it. That is on Game Pass.
That's Arcane. The Arcane's one of my favorite studios out there right now. I still haven't played Deathloop yet, just because I was waiting for it to drop on Game Pass.
I started Dishonored because I never played them. I'll probably play Dishonored after I get done with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Only problem with going back to Dishonored now is because I tried going back not that long ago, and I didn't realize how big of a 60 FPS snob I've become because those games are 30 FPS, and for a first-person perspective, it really bothers me.
For me, who's been playing on PC and seeing 60 frames longer than you, I didn't have too much of a trouble with it.
Here's the thing, on PC, you might be able to get them up to 60. I really don't know.
This is true. Yeah, maybe I did get it at 60.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so that might work. I just know.
Not even. I wonder. Have you tried it recently? Because
it wasn't that long ago, and they have
the definitive version.
Yeah, that was still 30 FPS on Xbox. So
I wonder now, since you have the Xbox Series,
I've tried it since the series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of lame, really.
Yeah.
They need to fix that real fast.
They won't. Nobody cares at this point.
Should. With that kind of platform, paying that much money and having Game Pass, I feel like you should at least open up some settings, you know?
I mean, they
basically
there's quite a bit of work involved in opening up the frame rate and stuff for those games, though.
Really? So on my Android, you can go to your settings, go to developer option, or tap on something 10 times. Unlocks a developer option. They should do that in Xbox settings.
Just give you developer.
Click, 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 click. Hey, you unlocked developer options. Yes, 60 frames.
I don't think it works like that, but hey, you never know.
Once you go home and start clicking on something.
I'm gonna start clicking on stuff and it'll work.
Something worked.
It's giving me all kinds of settings. Yeah, we're definitely gonna see Redfall. I guess just imagine Arcane. You could basically come up with what the gameplay is gonna be like, at least from a movement and everything.
I hope it's a co-op.
It's a co-op game. They said that.
It has 4 different kind of characters that you can choose from. I really want to play this with a friend. This is ideal.
I will say the trailer didn't do a ton for me. I'm just more like, well, it's Arcane and I trust Arcane. So
yeah.
We're definitely going to see more of Halo Infinite. There's still a lot that hasn't been released, and I don't think will be released before this. I don't think Forge Mode is going to be out.
They're going to show off probably Forge. They're going to show off you can finally do co-op.
I think co-op's supposed to come out before this.
It's supposed to be out a few months ago, and it still hasn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
They'll probably be teasing. I don't want to say it. Probably a battle royale.
Yeah, so there was that rumor we talked about that a battle royale was coming. And this is supposed to be a games as a service. They really want this game to have lasting impact, so they've got to talk about it more. I will say, even, some of the game modes they announced for Season 2 just recently, I was like, hey, that sounds kind of fun. I'm not playing it.
It was fun. When they announced that you could play multiplayer in the first season of Halo, you can pre-start it or whatever, I jumped on it. Then playing it and playing it. It was fun.
I loved it. I love that
I
game.
enjoyed it, but something about playing it and not getting anything out of it just kind of sucked. Like,
Yeah.
you know, other season passes work really well, like Destiny season pass. Call of Duty's season pass is actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's just not my go-to.
But here's the thing: there's hardly any games that are multiplayer games that keep me interested very long anymore, unless it's got a battle royale. That's just my favorite game mode at this point. I mean, I still play Crucible and Destiny occasionally just because of like getting pinnacle drops and stuff like that, but it's not because I'm like.
But you also got to think about it here. They gave us Destiny has given us more than enough content from when that DLC dropped, and we're in beginning of May, and that's we're kind of burned out right now, right?
Yeah,
Grinding.
Pretty much, yeah.
We have 20 some days until the new season starts, and that's when it picks up again.
Yeah, that's when you pick up the game.
But
again
it'll
and
be
start going.
a shorter time than when that DLC dropped because it's not a major DLC. It's just a season drop.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a season pass.
But it's weird. Like now we have 20 some days to fill in that hole of other games or other things.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was leading up with that. Sorry.
They're good.
But no, it's Halo definitely needs to figure something out with their season pass. That's my problem because I like to have something to grind towards. And I don't understand how they can't do anything. They can work with Coalition and be like, hey, this is a Halo game, but you're working with Xbox still. You're still Microsoft. Here's a skin for Carmine or Dom or Marcus.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
See, like put in other companies like Doomslayer. A Doomslayer freaking skin in Halo would go good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was probably part of it for me. Like the stuff wasn't interesting enough that you grinded for in that first season. I haven't looked at the second season. I know it's another 6-month season, which I think is way too long. I haven't looked at what the unlocks are, but at this point, I don't know if I care enough to jump back in. Now, you drop Forge mode, you drop that co-op campaign, and you drop a battle royale. I'm back in.
Yeah,
100%. Especially since battle royale is rumored to work with Forge. 100%. I'm in. Let's do it.
you could literally have your own battle royale. Like you could, let's just say let's just say it's 100. You had 100 friends, but you had to make sure someone had some beefy internet or something.
Yeah.
You can host that sucker.
Yeah.
And just have everybody drop in. That would be fun. Like Big Team Slayer, but even bigger.
Yeah. I think there's few games out on the market that are better.
Big Team Battle, not Big Team Slayer.
Yeah. There's few games out on the market that I think are more perfect for a battle royale. Like Halo's got it. It's got the time to death is really good for a battle royale, or time to kill or whatever. It's just the weapon variation. It's all great. But
it's like if you someone asked us if we wanted a BR in Destiny, I would say no instantly. As much as
I'd want that. That'd be great.
I would love to, but then it would just something would drop off in Destiny that we like. Let's just say like raids or something.
No.
Honestly, no. I'll take a BR if you get rid of Gambit.
Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of Gambit and just put a battle royale.
I don't know the last time I've touched Gambit. Maybe
just
only
for pinnacle drops.
Only for 3D matches, and I'm out.
Yep. So this one is less of a guarantee, but we're probably going to see something from Fable.
I hope so. Fable was one of the games that I enjoyed a lot just because it was a brother and sister bonding moment for me. Me and my sister enjoyed playing Fable 2 a lot.
Oh, okay.
And then I introduced her to it, and she played the heck out of it. She played the third one on her own. I played it, beat it, and I was just like, that's the garbage.
Oh no, Fable 3 is great.
No, it's trash.
No, it's good. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm just excited to see
You're
what.
Trash.
Wow, that's rude. I'm excited to see what Playground Games can do. you know?
this is because it's a different company.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Lion's Head doesn't even exist anymore.
Nope. Uh, I think they'll do well.
I'd think so. I mean,
You're gonna
it's
be
just a
working with a different engine. It'll be different mechanics. I think.
well, definitely different. I mean, they make Forza games, so
Yeah.
well, the Forza Horizon, which are incredible, but it'll be interesting to see what they do with the Fable. I'm just
yeah.
glad it's a British developer. It needed to be.
Yes, it had to.
It had to be. Yeah, it wouldn't have
I
worked
mean,
right.
when you said that, I had to go back and like listen to audio in my head from other Fable games and be like, yeah,
Yeah, the humor's all like that dry British humor, and like it's great.
um, I hope we see something, but it's very slim.
I I don't think it's slim. I just think it's not a guarantee.
It'll be a trailer or something. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna be a trailer. They're not
Like
gonna.
actual, maybe like like a city trailer of some sort. Like the environment, what it looks like, probably,
Mhm.
and just like some kind of. That's all I can think of, really. I don't think it's gonna show off gameplay. No,
No,
I don't think so.
I wouldn't be surprised if that game comes out next year though. So who knows what they'll end up
Mhm.
showing. Probably gonna see Hellblade 2, another trailer.
Yes,
I don't know when that's supposed to come
that
out.
is like one of their hype games
Mhm.
right now. Because was it a few months ago they showed a story trailer, right? Or was that
I don't remember when that was, but that trailer was something.
really good? Showing a giant, or what was
Yeah,
it?
it was a giant.
It was a giant, and they were speculating like Norse mythology or something, right?
Well, yeah, the whole series is based on Norse mythology.
Okay, but it was like okay, never mind. I had to look at the title, Saga. Okay, there'll be a third one, right?
Well, probably. What are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of something
Are you
else.
thinking of God of War?
No, no.
Okay.
I'm thinking of something else. Don't know.
I mean, you had the trailer, right? It definitely shows a giant and all, but
I don't know why I was thinking this. I didn't. This is why I need to play the game. I just need to play the game.
yeah, you need to play it first. It's really good. It's not like this huge game.
It's not
So-
huge. The part that I think that I saw that just kind of like pushed me away was like more like a horror section. I think you're like the vision these things following you or something. You have
Yeah.
to have like escape it.
So the game's definitely super creepy. I mean, I played it, so that'll tell you something. I don't like horror
Which
games.
means I should be able to play. I mean,
Yeah.
I did play Control, and I thought it was kind of weird and creepy too.
Yeah.
But I completed that.
But Hellblade is a game you definitely have to play with headphones, because
Of course, you tell me that.
you need to, because it's the
Am I gonna be hear creepy noises like in
you
the
hear
distance?
voices almost the whole time.
What the heck? I don't. I mean, I did hear that in Control. Like these weird, like
Yeah, because the thing with Hellblade, it's a game about, and in most ways, now the sequel looks like it might be leaning away from this a bit, but the first one's really about like mental health and stuff. You're crazy. You're a crazy person. And so you're hearing voices in your head, and they're telling you to do stuff or not to do stuff. It's great. And,
it's great.
oh, it is great. It's genuinely awesome. The game, when it first came out, I think
This might be the
a
last
lot of
episode. I think
studios-
I'm gonna have to put him in the loony bin.
I think not most, but a lot of publications gave it a perfect score when it came out.
To be honest, I like games like that. Like actually, like to an extent, like not. I feel like that game could make you crazy.
Nah, you'll be fine. But wear headphones when you play.
Nah, you're fine. Put them in your ear. Just play the game. You go crazy. I know where to put you. We know where to put you.
I will say this. If you play it, you'll know within probably about 20, 30 minutes if you're going to be okay with it.
You'll be like,
It's a weird game, though.
"No."
I will tell you, it's a weird game.
Yeah, I do need to.
So Stalker 2 was supposed to already be out. It got delayed. I think it's supposed to come out in April. I think it's now coming out in December. At least that's when they said. I want to say this will be there. The only thing that makes me think it might not and I know this is like a really weird reason, but it's such a Russian game. Like set in Russia. It's just and just with everything with Russia right now, they might be like, you know what? Maybe we don't show this now.
Might not be the best moment to release this kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it comes out in December, but they might just wait until it gets a little closer to like promote it more. Because I mean, it just
Not
I don't know. I could be wrong, because it is a video game. Like it wouldn't bother me, but I know it would some people.
Oh,
So they
right.
might hold off on. And here's the thing: it's a post-apocalyptic game. I don't think it's in any way pro-Russia at all. It's just like it's the apocalypse and you're set in Russia. It just happens to be. It's a lot like what's that other series?
I know what you're talking about, and it looks like this game.
It looks they're very similar.
Do I have it? I thought it was on Game Pass before.
It was on Game Pass.
The third one was.
Yeah, it was. Oh man, what is that game? I gotta look it up. No, game set in Russia. This is really good. Ooh, I spelled Russia wrong. Metro Exodus.
Yep.
That was really good content just now. Those 2 minutes. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe.
Next is Plague Tale Requiem.
Which you still haven't played the first Plague
I
Tale.
have not played the first one. Because
Another weird game, but great.
Not too weird. Not as weird.
No, not as weird. Not as weird.
It's just you can control rats,
Well,
basically.
not really. You can in the sequel, but
Well, there you
you'll
go. Spoil.
well, the fact that you can control rats is kind of a spoiler because that doesn't happen to like the very, very, very end.
Huh.
It's a stealth game, and it's incredibly
Stealth
good.
Game? Dang it.
You don't like stealth games?
I suck at them.
Oh, I was not good at this game. I messed up quite a bit, but I really enjoyed it.
It is on my list. It's in the list with that Hellblade.
Mhm.
It's just that when Xbox drops like a massive game that I wasn't expecting to be on the Game Pass, so to say, like it was Marvel Avengers, that was trash. Ended up playing. Then now they have Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm playing through that. I'm like, okay, hopefully if I can beat Guardians of the Galaxy this week, I can move on to another game on my bucket, my backlog.
Yeah.
Hopefully one of them too. If nothing else, just randomly, hey, we're gonna drop blah blah blah. Great.
They'll probably drop something big. This is from Asobo Studios. That's not a Microsoft studio. I still think they're gonna end up buying them eventually because they make Flight Simulator.
I'm just seeing what else they made. Flight Simulator.
Flight Simulator.
Or what? Ratatouille?
In 2007. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, what?
It just seems like a studio Microsoft will end up buying eventually. But yeah, Plague Tale is not an exclusive. It's launching on Game Pass, but it is not an exclusive game at all. So cool.
Sorry, I'm looking at these random other companies that they like also searched, but nothing good came out of them.
Fruitless in your efforts.
Indeed.
We could see Gears something.
Yeah, I put that on there because I feel like we're due to see something Gears. Not like a gameplay trailer, just like an announcement. Like, hey, Gears 6 next on the list.
When did Gears 5 come out?
Well, it's been
2019. September 2019. I mean, that game could be out soon.
I think we'll just announce it, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't totally surprise me if they said, hey, here's the new Gears and it's coming out next year.
How I'm going to see it is they'll announce it next year on their next showcase, gameplay, story trailer, that holiday season of that year release.
Yeah, I could see that. That would make sense.
I'm not a fan of 4, 5, and 6. I enjoyed...
You don't even... 6 isn't even announced and you're saying you're not a fan of it.
Because if you played 4 and 5, you know where it's going to lead.
Well, I liked 5. I didn't like 4.
But I'm going to play it just to see how the story is. I feel like it's just a copy of like a reverse copy, if that makes any sense, of 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Um,
I hope that after year 6, the Coalition does something new.
please do.
Like, make a new franchise.
Gears needs to stop
Yeah.
unless you turn into a good TV show, unlike Halo.
I heard that show's actually getting good.
I need to watch the recent episode.
I haven't seen like 3 or 4
Which
of them.
my plan is usually to watch it in Sunday mornings
Mhm.
because I get up with the boy, but it didn't work out
Hmm.
this morning.
Yeah.
But I'll probably watch it tonight or tomorrow.
Gotcha.
And also I put on next Fallout New Vegas remaster.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's been rumored. It's just a lot of people been talking about it. I feel like that'd be
People just want it.
People just want it, and if that gets made, I'm playing that.
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite Fallout game.
That's
Even
I feel like most
people,
people who's
yeah.
played it, that's their favorite Fallout.
That's including that's including Bethesda's Fallouts, because Obsidian's made Fallout New Vegas,
yeah.
and they're the ones who made Outsiders, or is it called Outsiders? Or
Outer
Outriders?
Wilds.
Outer Worlds.
Outer what?
Outer Worlds.
There's 2 games. Outer Wilds and
is
Outer
something
Worlds.
else.
Okay.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds. Why did I say Outsiders?
That's the People Can Fly
the
game.
Destiny killer.
Yeah.
I just want to see this game just because.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see a remaster. For sure. Fallout's never really been my thing.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I play them and they're fine, but they don't match up with Elder Scrolls to me. Like, they're not even in the same stratosphere, and as far as my mind is concerned. That's a weird way of saying that, but
I get that. Okay. I think I'm just more of a post-apocalyptic kind of person.
and I'm more a fantasy person.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Which is not true at all for me, I guess. Destiny is.
Post-apocalyptic science fiction.
Is it really?
You're in
I
the
mean, it's very fantasy too.
Yeah, but you're in the last remnants of humanity.
Now we are.
Yeah, I mean that's about as
Oh,
post-apocalyptic
wait, no,
as it
because
gets.
very beginning of Destiny. I mean, you brought back to life and where these rusty cars are.
Yeah. But yeah, there. Other than that, could be a tease of Elder Scrolls 6 too. I mean, we've only ever seen the one title announcement. I'd be surprised.
That was years ago.
That was years
too.
ago. That was when they first announced Starfield as well. I'd be surprised if this showed up, but I mean, you never know. I mean, there's other things that could show up at the conference as well. I mean, Outer Worlds 2 is still coming. Avowed is still coming. There's still the game Rare's making that I forget its name, but I don't think we're gonna see because I think that game's a while out. Microsoft owns just no. That's Perfect Dark's from the Initiative. I don't think we're gonna see that. I've heard that is having issues. What is this? But yeah, Microsoft owns a million studios now. I think something will get announced that we have no idea about.
Oh,
Yeah.
there'll be that one thing up their sleeves.
Yeah, it'd be something. At least I hope so. I think they need to generate a little more hype with something that's
It's gonna be an MMORPG Power Rangers game.
okay. I mean, I'll play it.
I mean, I'll play it.
Why not? So, it is officially
Anything better than that Sonic game remaster collection.
Oh yeah, that game might actually be good.
But
the
the
DLC 's
Power
just terrible.
Rangers game, the DLC, it's in sections. You pre-order it, you get your suit. You know, your Power Ranger suit.
You have to pre-order it to get the suit.
Then you buy the DLC, you get a leg of your Megazord.
I can see that. That's funny.
Sorry, I had a
Great idea, man. You should pitch that to Microsoft.
no. That probably just instantly say Power Rangers to kick me out. Probably
They'd be like, get out of here.
don't want that junk. Hey, did you hear that guy's idea? You make it now.
We're doing it. We're doing it. So it's officially May, and as everybody knows, May is Star Wars month.
Wait, no, it's not. It's my birthday month.
No, it's Star Wars month.
It really is my birthday month.
I mean, congratulations, but it's Star Wars month. When's your birthday?
The 18th.
The 18th? See, it's not even the cool day, like the 4th
This is true.
or the 1st.
What? What's the? I mean,
Oh, I don't know.
what's the first? What's on the first?
It's just May now. So,
No, it is
Star Wars month. So they've been doing Star Wars celebration now in May for a few years, I think, because of May the 4th, you know, and the whole meme "May the 4th be with you," which is kind of funny. But this year it's going to be the 26th or the 29th, which is interesting because Obi-Wan comes out the 27th, so right in the middle of that.
Which I get it why they did it, but I feel like they still missed an opportunity to just release Obi-Wan Kenobi on May 4th.
Yeah, May 4th would have been a good day.
On a Wednesday like normal, but also they wouldn't do it because the last episode moved night.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess that makes sense now, but missed opportunity. Sorry, marketing would have been up there.
There's a lot of rumors going around about different things that are going to be announced at Star Wars Celebration. I mean, who knows what we're going to see? I'm hoping for some big stuff.
I mean, last year, what was it? Last year they showed off our the new, what was it? The light, like they went back and made books.
Oh yeah,
in time for like when Yoda was young.
Yeah, the Golden Age or whatever it was called.
They did that comic book line or the book line of that.
I think they're still doing that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't read it or checked any of that out.
I'm trying to think what they announced all the TV shows they were going to do.
Yeah, they announced the TV shows.
Like Acolyte.
There's a bunch of them.
The
Ashoka
Bad
series, Bad Bunch, the what's his Cassian, whatever. Nobody wants that.
Oh, the Rogue One thing.
Yeah,
that's that one. Oh, yeah,
I still don't understand that one. And then did they also? Is that when they announced the Rogue Squadron movie, or was that 2 years ago?
Nope, that was the same one.
That was last year.
And then. Oh, what's her name? Was in Mandalorian. Lightsaber. Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Her show. Book of Boba Fett was not announced. It was announced after the end of Mandalorian season.
Yeah, they announced.
We're missing some, but there was a lot.
Bunch. So I think we're gonna get, concrete release dates for most of the stuff that we haven't seen, or maybe not concrete release dates, but at least like spring this or whatever.
Or some teasers of the ones that are more they've been working on.
Yeah, I don't know like how far in development a lot of these shows are. I hope we get some new movie announcements. I don't know if they're gonna be going that direction yet. I just want to know what Disney's plan with Star Wars is after these TV series and all.
Yeah, because did they say they're not doing anything with movies for a while?
Well,
or
I don't know. I mean, they are making the Rogue Squadron movie, so, but I'm ready to see. Ever since Disney's bought Star Wars, outside of the sequel trilogy, they've been kind of really locked into this one time frame. Like most of the stuff they're putting out is
I know what you're saying. They're like this weird time setting to where Mandalorian, where Obi-Wan is now.
Like after the original trilogy but before the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
like they're releasing a lot of stuff in that time, and then they're releasing stuff like after the prequel trilogy before the original trilogy, like stuff in that time. I just want to see new time eras. Like I want to see stuff in the Old Republic, or I want to see stuff in the future, or in that whatever Republic that they're doing the books on.
I definitely agree with you. I feel like I'm in a position where I want to know the very beginning. I want to know what caused the Sith, like how
Mhm.
they started, what, like how they all got corrupted, turned evil, and I want to know how the
You got some
Jedi
time, I'll
start.
tell you.
Uh, I
Sorry.
know you do.
No, actually, I don't know because I know the old EU stuff. I don't know
Oh,
how much of that's canon
not canon
anymore.
anymore. Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
really no idea what's
Pointless
canon.
Disney. You need to make new canon stuff.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we'll see some new stuff, but who knows?
Now, do you think they'll show video game stuff?
I think they typically do, don't they?
I don't know. I don't know what they showed last time. I don't. Did they show Fallen Order, or was that a thing for
Fallen Order was
Respawn?
already out.
Okay, it was
I
already
think.
out.
Yeah,
Um,
because Fallen Order was a 2020 game. I think they could. I think
I
we
mean,
could see.
right here. What you show right here.
I mean, we could be seeing. Well, aren't even rumored. That's just dream stuff.
No, but aren't they remastering?
They're remastering or remaking Knights of the Old Republic.
Do you think we see something from that?
We
snippet?
might,
I
we
mean-
might see stuff from Fallen Order 2. There's a lot of Star Wars games in development right now. I would think Fallen Order 2 is
Are they-
sometime soon.
Hear me out. They're probably going to show something for Battlefront, another Battlefront game.
I think EA's said they're not making another Battlefront.
Oh,
or
okay.
it's been basically heavily
I would
implied.
not be surprised from that if that did get shown.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise. I'd like that. I like Battlefield 2 once they figured out the whole loot box nonsense.
You said Battlefield 2.
Battlefront 2. I like Battlefield 2 too. I like Battlefront 2 once they got the whole loot box stuff sorted out and play to win stuff. But the campaign was meh, fine, I guess. But the multiplayer was fun. Yeah, I was surprised when I heard they weren't making a Battlefront 3. So who knows? But EA is losing its exclusivity soon. And there's a lot of games already announced that aren't EA games. Like Ubisoft's making a game, Quantic Dream's making a game, Respawn's making 2 games, although that is E3 or EA.
But
I think there's more
it's
out there.
about time for other companies to have their vision on a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it'd be nice to see Microsoft do something. Or Xbox.
Or one of their
something.
studios, yeah.
Or Arcane. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
throwing one out there.
Arcane could probably do something cool. So we thought
Or
it'd
like Bounty
be
Hunters or something.
well, Arcane would probably be something with Jedi or even Night Sisters, because the way they do their movement stuff and all.
That's why I was thinking movement, because jetpacks or something, maybe.
Yeah, but
then-
Arcane's all
but
about powers and stuff.
Powers, yes.
Yeah,
Darth Sidious.
yeah,
Just like
maybe
electrocute people.
you can see that.
Ah.
So we thought it'd be a little fun to kind of talk about what our dream Star Wars games would be. I think we have one.
It's the same. I think we're similar here.
One would be the same for both of us. We want Bungie to make a Star Wars game. Destiny's my go-to game, and I just think a game like that in that style, shooter made by Bungie, maybe about bounty hunters or Mandalorians or something, that is a games as a service game.
Which was
I'd be all
crazy.
down.
Sony buying Bungie, and Sony or PlayStation is wanting to make more service games,
Yeah.
So why not take a stab at it and make a live service game
Mm-hmm.
for Star Wars?
Yeah. I don't think Bungie will do this,
No.
but this is Dream Games. That's one of them. My other one would be a action Jedi RPG made by Sucker Punch. Makers of Infamous, Ghost of Tsushima. They could just kill it.
After playing Ghost of Tsushima, they can so totally do a Tokyo ancient Jedi temple vibe.
Yeah, make it like totally Kurosawa inspired, like Ghost of Tsushima was. Make it an old Republic, like way old Republic type thing.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Just that whole Ronin feel to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Oh, I played so much of it. There was a
Take my money. Just take it.
what was that Star Wars animated series? That was
Oh,
the anthology
terrible.
series. Oh, I like that.
I heard so bad things about it, and I just didn't
Did
want.
you watch it?
No.
Don't say it's terrible if you didn't watch it. It's good. Some of them aren't good, but it's an anthology series, so some episodes are good, some episodes are bad. But like a
Gotta
couple
look
of
the
them
Rotten
are.
Tomatoes score on this. I
Yeah,
don't even know what it was called.
nobody. Rotten Tomatoes not very accurate.
When
But
you look at the audience score, it's accurate.
audience score is the worst.
No, it isn't. That's what
People review bomb stuff like that, and it just completely ruins the audience
Really?
scores.
So the audience score of Morbius, you're gonna trust that? 71%?
No,
I would.
I wouldn't trust a 71%.
What is it called? Star Wars.
The reason you don't trust the audience score for Morbius is because there's people on there who, for some reason, decided it's the best movie ever, giving it 5 stars.
So if I
Or
look
100%.
up did you like Bad Bunch?
No, not really.
Well, some people say it's 81%. What is it called? Star Wars something.
Legends.
Oh, Visions.
Visions.
67. But then
But that's not something you can give a.
But then the actual credit people are giving 96.
But it's not a series. It's an anthology series. So like each episode should be reviewed by its own. Like some of them I did not like. Like they were just not good to me. But some of them I thought were really great. Super
it seems
exciting.
like they'll probably continue it because it says 2021 through now.
I think
Like there's no ending.
Yeah, they're probably gonna do a second season of that.
I mean, some people did say some of the episodes are good. So
Yeah, but you just blanket termed it terrible without even
well, I mean,
checking
the
it out.
art style after seeing the trailer wasn't really turned on.
Buddy, it's like 8 different art styles.
Wait, they're all different?
They're all completely different. They're made by different studios.
Why would you?
They're all completely different. Their own individual stories. It doesn't tell a story through a whole season.
See,
They each tell their own story.
It doesn't intrigue me even more. I feel like a whole show or series should be all aligned with each other.
You don't like anthology series?
No, not at all.
Oh, see, I do. Stuff like Black Mirror, all that stuff, like where each episode is its own story. Yeah, I think that's great. It's cool. It's interesting. Have you watched what is it called? Love, Death, and Robots or something on Netflix?
No.
That's another anthology series. Like each episode is its own
Death
thing.
and Robots.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Hmm.
It's like different studios make episodes, and like, some of them I don't like, but some of them are great.
No.
You're just not cultured.
You're not cultured.
So what have you been playing lately? I think that's
Playing?
doing, watching. That's probably enough Star Wars talk until we actually see what they announce.
Guardians of the Galaxy is what I've been playing.
Yeah.
Just chipping away at the story. I'm at the part where you're trying to save Nikki, and you're facing all the I don't even know what you call these people.
Bad guys.
These weird ritual-sidal machinists.
Yeah,
people.
I don't know what they were called either. I think they had a name in the game. I just don't remember.
That's where I'm at it. I don't even know. That's like chapter 7, 8.
Yeah,
I think
don't
I'm like
remember
halfway
exactly.
through the game.
Oh, okay. It's a long game.
Yeah,
Surprisingly long.
but I'm not like subsided. Like I'm getting bored with it or anything.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where I don't know. I'm not bored or anything. I mean, at the part where I'm after the part where you meet Cosmo, the dog.
Cosmo's cool. I like Cosmo.
All the little puppies was jumping on Star-Lord. I was like,
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
But I got a puppy now, so it doesn't matter.
So you don't need that puppy. Those puppies.
That puppy I would. Cosmo would.
Cosmo's cool.
Or Lockjaw.
I wouldn't
Because
mind
he can teleport you.
That's cool. I wouldn't mind a talking dog. That'd be cool.
But no, I've been playing that and enjoying that. Just kind of at that point where Destiny's a nice point of just not grinding too much, just casual dabble here and there.
Yeah, the only thing I'm doing in Destiny right now is I get on Tuesday and check out whatever's is selling for Bright Dust.
Is the like gun things?
That was it's either this week or it was the week before.
Because I've seen people using that emo and I want it because it's just dumb.
Then you need to check it before Tuesday because I think that was this week. It might be the week before though. I've been playing. Well, I picked up. I haven't necessarily played a ton, but Nintendo Switch Sports, and that's a fun game. That's a good game for.
Is it comparable to Wii Sports?
I mean, the Joy-Con is just a better overall motion sensor, I think, than the Wii remote. So, yeah, it's comparable to Wii Sports, I'd say. It doesn't really have a single player. I mean, you can play single player stuff and all, but basically either play with friends or play online. Like
Was
that's
this
the point.
is this actual still full price game?
It's $40.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah, which is weird from
That
Nintendo.
I was thinking they would just $60 game.
Yeah,
and
like
people still buy it.
yeah. I mean, I probably still would have got it. Actually,
$40, I'm really tempted now.
I played with friends first, and then I was like, that night I was like, oh, I gotta buy this now because I gotta get good at these games.
I gotta get good with this. Oh yeah.
But yeah, the games are really fun. Volleyball is probably my favorite, but
Is there, I mean, typical like bowling.
yeah, bowling, tennis is still all there, but then they have things like badminton, soccer, volleyball, uh, shambara, which is basically fencing type thing.
Okay.
There's probably more. There's one or two more that I'm not thinking of. Nope, maybe that is it. Because I can't think of anything else. But yeah, it's real fun.
I really
It's a
gotta
good
pick
time.
that up now.
It's a good time.
For $40 for Switch sports game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it, especially if you like playing games with friends.
If you're that kind of person.
If you have friends, then it's a good game. If you don't, well, you could still play online and pretend. So I think that is it for us today. Remember, you could always reach us at the email address nerdnestpodcast@gmail.com with any questions, comments, topic ideas, anything you'd like us to discuss. You can also find us on Twitter at Nerdnest Podcast. You could find me on Twitter at JebidiahSuperfly. And Havalan, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter. It's _Havalan_. And you can follow the channel when I do stream. If not, it's not a big problem. I have more important things to do currently with having a child and dog and being an adult. But once that all subsides and calms down, I'll probably be back to streaming. But other than that, I think we're all wrapped up here. We'll catch you guys next week.
Peace out.